Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 2 of Mr. Mayor. And as it turns out, the last one, because this show just got canceled, which I feel is unfortunate because this show just found its sense of humor, just found its footing, and really started coming into its own in this season. And this season finds Neil Bremer, our mayor, played by Ted Danson, who, even in the first season, absolutely great. Ted Danson's just fantastic comedically. He has great presence, and this character is really trying to figure out exactly what his place is as mayor. Still struggling with his relationship with his daughter, played by Kyla Kenedy, which in this particular season becomes quite tense because Bremer gets into a big fight with a heavily popular influencer who, played by Josie Tota, it's TTB, and this becomes one of the big through lines of this season, especially in the second half of the season, because TT's trying to take down Bremer, become mayor herself, and goes on a whole entire campaign against him. And, I think it does a fun job of commentating on Zoomers versus Boomers and that disconnect, because that's one of the biggest things about this series is that Ted Danson's character is a bit disconnected. He's a rich, well-off businessman, and he's trying to be this mayor, and he has his whole thing in this season about trying to build, like, a elevator to Mars or a stairway to Mars, and it's that kind of thing where it's just like, that's absolutely ridiculous, up to space. And you have Holly Hunter's character who slowly starts creeping up with her own ambitions, and that's just one of those kinds of things in this season where their tension builds, and she pairs up with Bobby Moynihan's Jaden, who they're fantastic together, especially him as her advisor and counsel, and his plan to get her elected mayor over Bremer towards the end of this season is absolutely hilarious. And Bobby Moynihan is just that other level of energy here. And Vella, Lovell, who plays Michaela, and Mike Cabellon, who plays Tommy, I feel like they're both get to have their moments, but I don't think, like, they obviously spent a lot of time with Lovell's character, Michaela, but I don't know if they really get to shine as much. Like, they give her a love interest, which I didn't really care about. It just felt kind of tacked on to try to add some other subplots into the season. But really at the core of it, you still have Ted Danson and Holly Hunter doing their thing at the forefront. You have that dynamic between Danson and Kyla Kenedy playing his daughter. And Bobby Moynihan is just this ridiculous entity in this show who's on a whole other level. He's like the comic relief, like absurdist comic relief in a workplace comedy already. And, it does a fine job commentating on certain things, like political issues and stuff like that. But in general, I think this show really took a step up after the first season, but I'm not surprised it got canceled anyway. But, I'm going to miss it. I had fun with this show. But those are my thoughts on Season 2 of Mr. Mayor. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.